What's up, everybody? You're here with the Fly Guy. All right, I just wanted to provide a quick update today regarding my Achilles tendon recovery. I tore my Achilles tendon 2 weeks after arriving in the Philippines, so not the best start. I did get married, that was great, but I did it on an injured foot. So it's been interesting to say the least. So much could have gone wrong, and I'm really blessed that I've had the opportunity to heal this without surgery. It's been a little bit of a process and it's still ongoing. So let's get into it and I'll share some things with you today. I am going to share a little bit about my travel medical insurance at the end of the video. And I wanted to let you guys know that this video is not sponsored. I just wanted to share this insurance with you because it's really good. And I had a really good experience with it while living here so far in the Philippines. I will put a link in the description to this policy so you can check it out and you can sign up and get that coverage if you need it. So the recovery for my Achilles tendon is definitely headed in the right direction. I can honestly say that I'm about 85–90%. I really kind of turned the corner. This would have been maybe a week and a half ago. My Achilles tendon has really started to stretch out a little bit. It's not as stiff. I'm not getting as much residual pain, and I'm not getting, the feedback from my body as it's healing. So that is a good thing. I am seeing it being strengthened, and I'm able to kind of lift myself up a little bit one-footed, which is huge. I really haven't even been able to do that up until now. So just being able to even lift myself up, with the ball of my foot, rocking it back and forth and getting up on one foot only, that is a huge deal because I haven't been able to do that since July of last year. I'm starting to get back into a full exercise routine. I am exercising now, starting 5 days a week. I actually really became exhausted. I have been pushing myself to, heal this tendon up as quickly as possible without re-injuring it. So avoiding re-injury while balancing exercise and stretching, it's been a delicate balance, I can say that. And getting back into this exercise routine, I really realized how much I was out of shape. I just kind of lost my edge, and there was really no way to avoid it because I was injured. I mean, I couldn't do what I was used to doing. I'm used to exercising, 5–6 days a week. I do cardiovascular, workouts, not only, on their own, but I also do cardio around my strength training. And, not being able to do cardio at all, man, I really lost my edge. And I really realized how out of shape I was. Especially trying to run on a foot with a partially healed Achilles tendon. I have started jogging. I'm jogging, a couple times a week. I'm not really pushing it too hard. But when I do run, I'm able to do it successfully. I'm not having any problems, but I haven't really pushed it past 3 days a week with my cardio yet. So I am in the stage of getting back into shape. Kind of restructuring my body, being able to get through a workout. Even my strength training has been a little difficult to, get through just because I don't have the wind. And my calf muscle on my left leg where this injury took place is just starting to come back. My calf muscle has been atrophied for quite a while. And, this has just been a long comeback. That's all I can say. This has not been an easy recovery by any means because of the time involved. All the other details aside, I'm an active person, and I get out there and I get after it. And not being able to do what I'm used to doing, that alone kind of put me in a bad headspace, and it took a lot out of me. When I restarted my exercise routine and started, kind of coming back into cardiovascular training and pushing it into my strength training again, one of the things that I noticed is I just absolutely flat out was exhausted. My body is still healing. When you get a cast off from an Achilles tendon injury, your body is still healing. And you really don't get fully healed until between 6 months and a year. after an injury from an Achilles tendon. It is a time-consuming recovery. When you combine the healing process with the workout and exercise and getting back into shape, I just flat out was exhausted. Everything is going well. I am trying to fight through the exhaustion as best I can and kind of come back. I lost my edge for a while, but I'm coming back, and I'm thankful to be able to be in the position that I am right now, because for a while there, I thought I was going to head in a different direction with this injury. And I'm so thankful for the support. Thank you, everyone, for the people that have reached out, for the kind words in the comments. Thank you for everything. It's been a journey. And I'm not out of the woods yet, but I see things headed in the right direction. So I like to, kind of focus on the positive, but I also want to be real about things. So I feel like I've got about 10% left before I can actually say, okay, I'm fully healed and I'm back to what I was before I was injured. So thank you again for all your support. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate everything. One of the biggest concerns with this was re-injury. Being out there, I'm running, the streets in the Philippines, when I jog, I'm out there running, lots of uneven ground. I kind of had to play it safe a lot. I'm still not really able to bend my foot sideways and kind of like roll my ankle. If anybody has ever had their foot casted due to an Achilles injury, one thing you might know this, if you're going through this, just know with your foot being casted with the toes pointed forward, and your foot is pointed forward like this for, maybe a month or so, your ankle's going to lock up. And that's actually most of the stretching that I've had to do is with the ankle. My ankle has had to go through so much stretching. I've had to do a lot of like simple, home exercises, but I've had to be kind of on top of it. And running at first was difficult, not because of the tendon so much, but because my ankle had zero give whatsoever. And I felt like I was grinding bone on bone, even though I wasn't. It was just wild. So I felt like I could feel every little tiny tendon and connection in my ankle. It was something, but I'm past that now. And now I'm just trying to get that side planting motion with my foot, being able to sidestep and walk on uneven ground confidently. And that's really what has kept me off the water. Not being able to walk on uneven ground without being concerned that, you may tear your tendon again just because your foot is not flexing properly. Man, being out there in the water, knee deep in the salt water, a lot of things can happen. So I just didn't want to chance it. I didn't want to set myself back as much as I want to fish. I just really had to kind of take a step back and reevaluate and make sure that I'm in the best condition possible before I hit the water. Because the last thing I want to do is be off the water for another 6 months to 8 months and not be able to go fishing. So this has been, a lot of little decisions that stack up, a lot of things that I've had to kind of put on hold. My wife and I have had to make adjustments. She's been wonderful. She's helped me out throughout this whole process. I'm so thankful for her. Right when we were married, I was injured, even before the ceremony. So she's been nothing but caring for me. And I'm just blessed to have someone like that in my life. As of right now, I am getting prepared to hit the water again. I will be out fishing as soon as possible. I can honestly say that I'm going to start exploring some of the places that I've seen and kind of scoped out already within the next 1 to 2 weeks. And I hope to bring you guys some great footage from over here, because I am surrounded by water and this has been killing me. So stay tuned. Thank you for sticking with me. It's been a wild ride so far, but good things are coming. So, another reason why this injury has been a little difficult for me to heal from is that, oddly enough, I've had an interesting string of injuries that has hit my left foot and leg. My right leg, miraculously, has been untouched, but my left leg has taken some punishment. So between fishing and sports and a work accident, I have torn my Achilles tendon. I almost completely severed my big toe. They reattached it. Went through that injury, back during COVID. While I was fishing, one time I got my legs pinned in between two rocks. Was wading around in water that wasn't that clear, and my leg kind of slipped in between those rocks, and it shaved off kind of chunks of my leg right up against my shin bone. And it did it through waders. So the waders obviously offered, very little to no protection. So that was rough. Back when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I was wading around in a creek, my home waters, and I stepped on a broken beer bottle and had a beer bottle go up into the center of my foot. Kind of sucked. Not going to lie to you. That one I remember. And just another freak accident too. On my left knee, I fell on broken glass and it cut the inside of my knee. I've got a 7-inch scar. Took, I think 14 or 15 stitches on that one. So my left leg has taken some punishment. I don't know how my right leg has avoided everything other than maybe a sprained ankle here or there during basketball. But man, my left leg has just been destroyed. I was joking around with my doctor at one of my last appointments, and he didn't really get my sense of humor. Great doctor, but he just didn't really get my sarcasm. I told him, I said, hey, this left leg has taken so much punishment. You are free to amputate if it doesn't work, and just give me a blade. Because I've had so many injuries on this leg. I just wonder if I'm cursed on my left side. He didn't get it. That's all right. So before I end the video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the travel medical insurance that I had. This travel medical was through Nomad Insurance. It's Safety Wing. And again, like I said before at the beginning, this is not a sponsored video. I just wanted to share this with you because it was well worth the value of the policy. They covered almost everything. The only things that they did not cover were due to some coding issues, and they were some very small things anyway. When I look at all the things that I filed claims for over the course of my time here in the Philippines with this Achilles injury and the dog bite that I had to deal with, they covered almost, I would say about 98% of everything. There was just like one or two small things that they didn't cover due to the way that the hospital coded the procedures. And it was low cost anyway. So I didn't sweat it. I didn't even contest it because they were so good about everything else anyway. So the claim filing was really fast. Once I got all my documentation and I pushed it forward to them, as long as I gave them a reasonable description that, lined up with what I gave them, they covered it. And I had the money reimbursed into my account within roughly 5 to 7 days. And there was no waiting. They processed the claims very quickly. I didn't, sit around wondering, hey, should I email them? Is it too soon? Nothing like that. I always got updates, and the claim submission process was actually pretty simple and straightforward. You will need a phone scanner to scan documents, especially if you're traveling. So if you got a scanner app on your phone, it's going to be your best friend, and just make sure that you get way more than enough documentation that you need, and they will take care of you. One of the things that I added to my policy, in case you do decide that this is something that you're going to get if you're traveling outside the United States or you're traveling somewhere else, you're from another country. The one thing that I did was added an adventure sport package. And this is really important and key. If you are going to be operating a motorcycle or riding on a motorcycle, they will not cover any claims unless you get that rider. And it was a very simple add-on, not expensive, but you need that adventure sports package, especially if you're going on vacation. If you're coming out for a few weeks and you're going to be doing expeditions, maybe you're going to go scuba diving, maybe you're going to do some fun things that fall under that, what they would classify as like an adventure sport or excursion category. You're going to want to get this coverage because you don't want to have to deal with, hey, I could have just upgraded my policy for, next to nothing and had this stuff covered if anything happened. And there have been quite a few, YouTube channels that I did research on before I even came to the Philippines. That's actually how I got recommended this insurance. and they all said the same thing. One guy actually had a little bit of a scuba diving accident where he got cut up on coral, and because he got that coverage, he was able to get that claim submitted and reimbursed to him. So I highly recommend this policy to anybody who is traveling, going on vacation. Maybe you're an expat. Maybe you're just working as a digital nomad somewhere. I think this insurance is good. It's a good quality, and it's worth the price of the policy. Make sure to check out the link in the description so you can check out if this insurance will work for you. Well, it's been a wild ride so far. Things are coming together slowly but surely, and I'm starting to really kind of bounce back into my routine, get healed up, get strengthened, and great things are coming, including fishing footage. So I just want to thank everybody for all your patience, your thoughts, your prayers, and all the kind words that have been sent my way. I really appreciate you guys. And I've got more videos coming next week and great things coming in 2026. If you like this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more Philippines, travel, and fly fishing videos. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.